Good morning, everyone. So last week I did a scrubby dishcloth and everyone seemed to really like it, and I had some leftover yarn. So I made up some of these scrubbies. So this is the scrubby yarn and a regular yarn worked together. And then on the other side, well, this one here is just the regular yarn. They're really thick and really comfortable to hold. So I wanted to do up a tutorial for you so that you can try them out as well. If you just want to make an individual scrubby, they're still nice and thick, just the way the dishcloth was. So I think you'll like that as well. And I made that with the leftover yarn from last time. So this one has a cotton yarn and I ran out. So then I just did the ring around the outside with the scrubby yarn as well, which I think it looks pretty. And I like this design too, because it has like a bit of a scalloped edge, which is really pretty for the spring. Anyways, we'll get started on this. So what you need is 8 grams of four balls of 8 grams of yarn. So I have leftover of this, and then I just weighed these with my food scale, and there's 8 grams each. So you can use any combination that you want. For this tutorial though, what I'll do is I'll make one side and I'll use the cotton yarn so that it's easy to see what I'm doing. But we're going to be making 2 of these. So you can make 2 scrubby or 1 plain, 1 scrubby. That's the way I like it, because then you have 1 scrubby side, 1 soft side, any combination you want. And then I'll show you how to work those together. Okay. So the first thing that we're going to be doing is, of course, starting with our slip knot. And we are going to be chaining 2. So 1 and 2. Then in the second chain from the hook, that's 1, 2, we're going to work 6 single crochet. So just insert the hook, pull the loop through, yarn over, and through the 2 loops. So that's 1. And you can just put those tails to the side. 2. 3, 4, 5, and 6. And we'll just count, double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Great. Okay, so now that we have our 6 single crochet, we're just going to be joining to the very first stitch with a slip stitch. And we're going to chain 1 and turn. And then we're going to be working a half double crochet into that very first single crochet there. So we're just going to yarn over, insert our hook, and it can be a little bit tight, so give it a push, yarn over, pull it through, yarn over, and through all 3 loops. Now working in that exact same stitch where we just worked our half double crochet, we're going to do a slip stitch, yarn over, and just pull that right through. Okay. And in the next stitch, we are going to work another half double crochet. That one was easier. Yarn over, and then we're going to work a slip stitch right in there again. Working in the next stitch, we're going to work a half double crochet, and then working right back in that stitch, we are going to work another slip stitch. So just complete the next 3 stitches the exact same way, and then we'll meet up for round 2. Now after round 2, if you want to stop there, you can. You'll have a 3-inch scrubby, and these are great for craft fairs because you can see how quickly they make up using the 8mm yarn. And the facial pads and the crochet scrubbies, they are super popular at craft fairs, and you can just make up a whole basket of them, use up your scrap yarn, and you can sell a bunch of them. So, and also on my blog, I have labels and stuff for free, so you might want to check that out. I'll leave a link below. Anyways, I was gabbing and now I'm at the end, and you can see right there how cute that looks. You can see the texture taking shape, and I did the same texture as the washcloth. So these make a really cute set as well. Okay, so we're just going to join to that very first half double crochet with a slip stitch, and we are going to chain 1 and turn. Working directly into that first stitch. So this is your chain 1, this is your first stitch. You're going to work a half double crochet, and we're going to work a slip stitch. Then working into the next stitch, we're going to place another half double crochet, and another slip stitch. So you can see, where I'm going with this. So we are going to continue to work this pattern in every stitch around. So after round 2, you should have 12 stitches, and we're going to be doubling to 24. Like I said, if you're only making a 3-inch, you can stop here. Otherwise, meet up with me for round 4. It is not the same. The counts change. So I'll see you at the end of round 3, and we'll go on to round 4 for the 4-inch scrubby. Okay, so at the end of round 3, you should have 24 stitches, and as every other round, we are just going to join to the first stitch with a slip stitch, and we are going to chain 1 and turn. Now we're not doubling our stitches this time, but what we're going to be doing is we are going to work half double crochet and another slip stitch into the same stitch. In the next stitch, we are going to be working just a single crochet. I'm really having a tough time. Okay, single crochet in there. And I don't think I'm pulling my yarn tight enough. You can see how messy that looks. So when you're working with the 2 strands, make sure you're pulling them nice and tight so that your stitches are cleaner than mine. Okay, and then we're going to do a half double crochet and another slip stitch. Then in the next stitch, I got dog hair here. In the next stitch, we're going to work a single crochet, followed by a half double crochet, and then a slip stitch, followed by another single crochet. And then you're going to work that all the way around and meet up with me at the end. Okay, so we're at the end of round 4 here, and all we're going to do is a fasten off. I'm going to make sure that you are leaving a really long tail so that when we've made the other scrubby, we have enough yarn to sew those together. And then we are going to do the exact same thing again using your scrubby yarn and your regular yarn, and you're just going to use 2 strands together just like that. So go back to the beginning of round 1. I'll leave a timestamp below, make a second one, and then we'll meet up and continue on. Okay, so I finished both of these and woven in all the ends. All you're going to do now is stack them together so that those scalloped edges line up. You can see how I have all the little bumps together. And all you're going to do is take your needle and start weaving back and forth in between. So you're going to do this all the way around, and that will be your scrubby made. That's it for today. Thanks so much for joining me, and until next time, bye-bye.